Okay, guys, this is Eric, Anchor to Love Detailing. Now, getting ready to do the glass. The glass has overspray on it as well. And if you come up close, if you put the camera close on this glass, you can see most of it I've got removed. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you on this glass right here how we remove it. So let's get the camera, focus the camera in on the glass there so we can really see the overspray. There you go. Now, this is pretty simple, but what I like to do with this is I take some, back up a little bit, I take some glass cleaner and just really douse it on there and then get a nice, clean, fresh razor blade and scraper and just start scraping it off. I like to really get it saturated so plus it's warm out now, the sun's out, so it's going to dry up quickly. So basically, just come through and scrape it off. This is pretty much the best way to get it off the glass. You can use this, you could use steel wool, but I like using a fresh, clean blade on the overspray. It just really takes it off nice and clean. And you're going to see a few spots I'm going to have to go over again. But this is the same Ford Bronco, 2023 Ford Bronco that has all the paint overspray on it. I'm just tackling the glass now because the plastics is being really stubborn. No, video me. Sorry, I got my son here as the videographer, and for the most part, he's doing a pretty good job. He's learning, but anyways, see how quickly it dries up. So now I got to go ahead and just douse it again. The cool thing is, I do a lot of detailing on semis, so a lot of times I'll find almost completely full bottles of glass cleaner in there. So I didn't pay for that glass cleaner. And mind you, these are semis that, the driver is no longer there. So I'm not stealing it or anything like that. Just want to put that out there. When it comes to detailing semis like that, pretty much, unless stated otherwise, I get to keep everything I find that's worth keeping. All right, this is coming out pretty good. Let's go ahead and just give it a little splash over here again. Make sure all this is good to go. This is definitely, out of all these graffiti paint overspray jobs I've done for this company, this is probably the second worst. I'd say either the second worst or maybe even the first worst, because at least the paint, it was coming off easier on the one I did that had a ton of paint on it, and I can show pictures in another video, and I will, befores and afters. But it's pretty bad on this plastic, though. It's very difficult to get it off. But here on the glass, of course, I mean, the glass is easy to get off. Like I said, use a little glass cleaner, use a razor blade. Now I can come back to this glass over here and just hit the spots that I missed. And one thing you have to let them know when doing jobs like this is you can't guarantee all of it's going to come off, and that's a shame when it's a brand new vehicle. But see, this is the problem that happens when you have these graffiti artists tagging all these rail carts. They don't care. They don't care what's inside the rail carts. They don't care that there's brand new vehicles in here. And I'm not going to lie, it's good job security for me. But at the same time, they're damaging somebody else's property. And sometimes some of these vehicles, like some of these vehicles that this happens to, I don't actually see. So other companies' vehicles are having this done to them. And then what ends up happening is if they don't have a detailer who takes care of it, it gets taken care of once it gets to the dealership that it's going to. Trust me, I would like to find out how to get in contact with those different manufacturers to find out how I could score those accounts. That would be some good accounts to get, because I could just probably make a living just off of doing this, I bet you. Anyways, I think that's about the vast majority of it. Let's come take a look at this back window over here. Make sure we got it all off this one. Oops, careful, buddy. I think we got majority of it off of here. Now I just got to go back over the plastics. These plastics like this, you also want to use denatured alcohol on. If you do mess up and use some rubbing or some lacquer thinner on it, then thankfully it can buff out, but you definitely want to use denatured alcohol, and you ain't got to worry about doing as much buffing to polish them out, because it is gonna initially stain these plastics if you use lacquer thinner. So I would not recommend using lacquer thinner on these. And now I'll just take the camera here and I'll show you the plastics. Thank you, buddy. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's what the plastic is looking like. And then all through down here, you can see all that blue paint. All that blue paint, even up through here. So we got majority of it off the paint, off the clear coat, and off the glass, and off these plastics, but I got to go back over it a little bit. Now it's just a matter of getting it off of this kind of plastic and getting it off the rims. And I'm going to try to do some pressure washing on it and see if that will take it off. And if not, well, we'll come back with another video and see how it works out. So, all right, guys, this is Eric, Anchored to Love Detailing, 414-627-1444, anchoredtolovedetailing.com in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Hit us up, contact us. God bless.